Welcome everyone to the Goddess Temple. My name is Chris, and for today's video, what I have coming through is this anticipation, this deep anticipation that you're almost where you want to be, with a little mix of fire, of energy, of excitement, of you want to see it through. You want to see the truth of it. You want to explore it. You want to live it. You want to see all the little details and nuances and to live it, to embody it. This anticipation, this focus to have what you're having, to build it, to curate it. And you know that it's not just you building and working on it, but there's more to it. There's more people around, available, ready to create and build with you. And from this building, you're being guided towards what are ways that you can take some inspired action. Taking inspired action towards doing the thing, towards putting in the work, towards having that confronting conversation, towards, hey, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to do this little thing. And just to make it small enough in a way, so energy-wise, the feeling of it, to make it small enough so you can address it, so you can move forward with it. And to be able to hold it, harness it, and practice it without an end result, without a goal, it's just the goal and the celebration of the fact that you're doing it. That's the focus. It's the potential of something happening into doing it, into taking that action, right? The potential into action. And right now, with where the moon is sitting at, it might resonate for some, it may not. The place that the moon is sitting at right now, it's in Sagittarius. And so it's this very fiery energy that takes any potential and brings it to life. Brings it to life in a very authentic manner. So in a manner that is truthful and aligned to the self, and the curiosity to move through, to put away the limitations, the stories of what is expected out of the situation and how it should look, and into more of, you know what, let's do it. It's okay if it's messy and it's weird and uncomfortable. I'm fine with not having all the skills and the tools. I just want to do it. And there's a little bit more of a maturity to it, in the sense of it's not just doing it for the sake of doing it. It's not just pushing through without being without being properly equipped. You have the tools, you have the skills, you have already been working on this. And it's right now, it's more of, you know what, I'm going to continue to work on it. I am going to continue to build it. I am going to continue to foster and curate this vision, this dream, this insight that I have. I'm going to continue to move towards it and through it. That's the direction that you're going towards. That's what you're building. That's who you are becoming. Is more of yourself that is fired up, that is available and ready to put in the work, to show up and to do the work, to make it happen, to bring it to life. And the interesting thing is, you're not caught up with it being done. You're not caught up with it looking right. You're so invested in the whole process of it all that itself is what fuels you, that teaches you, hey, you know what? I'm still going to show up. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this little challenge. I'm loving this little whatever this is. It doesn't look the way that I thought it would, but I'm showing up. I'm available for this. I'm ready for this. I'm doing the thing that I need to do. It's that anticipation that you are coming in with. It's that fire, that light, that you realize that you did not have to manipulate yourself. That all you had to do was just burn away all of that impurity, all of that what ifs, all of that, you know what, I don't have the skills, all of those limitations, fears, anxieties. And you didn't destroy it. Just because you burnt it, you didn't destroy it. Your intention wasn't to destroy it. Your intention and focus was more on, I am going to do this thing because it speaks to me deeply. So I will do it. That's what you focused on. And just that alone relieves the stronghold, the little mess that this energy, this potency has been in. You've released that. It broke free. You've burnt that limitation. And now you're able to go and extend over, above and beyond what it is that you're available for to play with. This part that you're playing with is more of who you have been in this time. And so what I mean by who you have been is that you've had this desire to do something. But right now, with the way life has been going, you've just been wondering, you know what? I'm going to be putting it aside. I don't have the space and the time for it. It's too much. I don't have enough information around it. And my basic needs are not being met right now. So let me take care of my basic needs and then I'll come back to it. But the thing is, you've already addressed your basic needs. You already have what you need to have. You already have the foundation. But for some reason, you haven't been building on top of that. And so this energy, it's potent for you to say, you know what? I'm going to build with this. Now is the right time. And it's putting aside those excuses. So there is a part of the collective that's more of, you know what? I'm going to continue to build on what I've already built on, and you're realizing that. And then there's other parts of the collective that's more of, I am going to start building on the thing that I put off. Both are potent at this time. Both are coming together, and both are continuing to be built, continuing to be fostered. Because there could be that there is a part of what your project that you're working on, part of this life that you're building, that there is one little part that you have said, you know what, I need to focus on this little part before I focus on that. But the thing is, you've already addressed that little part that you needed to focus on first. And now you're learning, oh wait, now I have room and space to bring this other little part in. It's not going to come together quickly and right away like the other part did. But I am willing to put in a little bit energy into it so it can grow gradually. And you're saying, I'm welcoming that in. I'm going to gradually bring that in. And so this also could be for some of you that looks like it's a passion project. It could be something that's just purely just for you. It's not for anyone else to enjoy and to savor and to build and harness. It is purely just for yourself. And you're saying, I am welcoming in that. I am welcoming in this other part of myself that I have said, not yet, not now. Right now, it's potent for you to welcome it in. Okay? When I say it's potent, it's life around you is going to support you with it. You're going to find yourself in situations where you'll have people questioning you, poking at you, like trying to see if you're available, if you're not. And it's not just you, but also the cosmic worlds, angels, and everyone that's truly evaluating and seeing how committed you are to this direction. But the thing is, approaching this, it's not about being rigid. You cannot be rigid because it is very dangerous when you're rigid, especially when you're rigid with a potential of something, because you don't know where that potential is going to take you. A potential for something doesn't mean anything when there's nothing put into it, right? But a potential is meant to inspire you. So you put in the work, take that inspired action, and so it can bloom and blossom into something more. And that's something more that's going to come through. You will never know what that something more is until you put into it. The thing is, where one person or one thing seems and feels like it's closed and it's not receptive to what you're putting into, the way you're showing up, it's going to open a door in another direction. And at this very time, it just could be patient with the way that it's being shown to you, with the way that it is coming together. You're not having to rebuild everything. You're still growing and picking up the little pieces of what you have learned, reapplying them, changing them, refining it, so you can fully curate this thing, so you can hold this vision. And this vision that you have, it was just so you can be inspired to live it. But for you to know what it requires out of you, for you to harness and to hold and to bring it to life, that's a whole other story. And for you to even know what that is, you have to first start and live it and adjust yourself and readjust yourself. And then you will see that, wait, I've created all of this. I've welcomed all of this in. Okay, I'm available for this. I can move through this. I will move through this. And this focus being a little bit more on how you're showing up. It's not about how someone else is showing up in your dynamic, but it's focused more on how you are stepping into your life, how you are showing up in your relationships, how you're showing up in your work, how you're showing up in your relationship to yourself, to your own health and your well-being. Mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. How are you showing up? Because there's a potency, there's a potential for more. And it's being curious enough to look at that. Being truthful enough to compassionately hold yourself, especially that you're seeing that, you know what, you've been a bit rigid in this place. You know what, you haven't been showing up authentically. You know what, you haven't been as kind as you were and as skillful as you thought you could be. There's a little bit more. And you didn't realize that there was more to it. There's more to you. You did not realize. And now you are learning how to address those little parts and to bring yourself more back online. At this very time, at this very moment, you're being shown where and how you have been wanting to do something. And you're starting to notice that, wait, the time is actually right. The very thing that you've been saying the time is not right, you're seeing that, hey, the time is actually right. I'm going to move ahead with this. I'm going to do this. And I am going to encourage myself to do it, to build, to grow, to flourish, to nourish myself in all the ways that I have. I am going to do this. And because you're stepping into this part, you're noticing that the only thing that you have, that you even know about this thing, is because it's driven by your pure excitement to it. That's it. That's the only driving force, is the pure excitement to living it, to having it. It's that almost obsessive nature that you must have it. But then also being loose enough to know that it's not going to look exactly and perfectly the way that the visuals are coming in for you, but to be curious with how it all turns out, how it all ends up working out in your highest favor, right? In your highest alignment, in your highest favor, things work out. And for you to notice that quality that is being built within you, the quality for you to hold and sustain this vision, this desire, this lifestyle. This is what's being brought up within you. It's more of the focus being on the feelings and sensations, the inspirations, for you to listen to your inspirations and to not dismiss the fact that you're a bit of a dreamer at this time. And that all that you have right now and the only thing that's driving you is the dream. Just the idea of the dream, you're stepping from that into taking action. It's whatever was a dream, now you're taking action on it. And the thing is, the actions you're taking, they're not quite perfect. They're not mature enough to sustain that end goal. There's still things that you have to learn. But it's your inspiration that you have to having this thing that motivates you to continue to build, to grow, to foster this other part. And that alignment that you play with, you're meeting yourself in that space. You're seeing where you are weak, where you could improve, and being taken to courses, programs, people, conversations, workshops, whatever the case may be, you're taken to those little places so you can acquire knowledge, enough information and knowledge so you can provide and be of service and withstand and withhold. I don't know if withhold is the right word, but to hold that space, to hold that vision, for it to be a lived and embodied experience. There's still things that you are needing to learn. And it's putting in the skills and the tools to learn it, right? You're putting that little part of you back online. You're also learning that it's important for you to be more aware of the fact that you have a bigger vision, a bigger idea, and that it's taking time to build it. I notice I am repeating myself. I know that I am, but I truthfully want you to understand that you don't have it all figured out. And I know you know that. You know that. And it's just continue to put in the work. Continue to build yourself. Because you are doing it. You are exactly right on track. If that's the words that you need to hear, if that's the inspiration that you need for you to continue to do what you're doing, please do. Like, this is your confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be to continue to move forward, continue to put in the work, to excel on your journey, on your path. You are exactly where you need to be. Continue to put into it. Continue to put into yourself. You will see and understand where you are heading and that there is a little bit more to you. That your feelings are so wild and fiery. The thing with fire, it's necessary for you to be decisive with where you're directing it. Because when you do not have a properly held container for this fire to be directed towards, it can end up burning you. It burns you out and it feels like you're starting all over from scratch. But in actuality, you're not. You're also learning how to use your fire, because you haven't used this quality of you, this quality about you before. You haven't practiced and used this muscle to act on the thing that you're passionate about, the thing that inspires you. You've never practiced it. So now you're learning how to do it. Continue to encourage yourself to build yourself in this way, because you will learn so much more about who you are. I felt like I needed to take that giant sigh. I'm like, and I feel like that's where you are too. You're forcing, you're pushing just a little bit too much. As much as you're pushing, it's important for you to take that step back and to see what are you rushing to get to, because there's something that you are rushing towards. For whatever reason, you're rushing towards this. Whatever insecurity, whatever fear, you're rushing towards it. So giving yourself the time, the space, so you can reflect on this little part that you're rushing towards, and for you to be a bit more decisive with how you're moving towards it. For you to see where you are giving too much fire, too much attention to, and to be more deliberate with how you are showing up at this time. And I feel like with that, the message is complete. I truthfully hope that this has provided you with a little bit of solace, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of inspiration and encouragement to continue down the path of your most highest and aligned way of authentic expression. And so with that little bit, I wish you guys all the best, and I will speak to you soon.